Hi, welcome to the demo of generate a candidate resume. This objective of this challenge is to generate a resume for a given input of a candidate record, which is an internal Salesforce contact. User will select some record and it need to be converted into a PDF as a part of as a resume, and it need to be attached to a candidate or the contact record. This is in short of the objective of the requirement. I will install the package and show you the demo by one. I have created one unmanaged package, but in the challenge it was told to create a managed package. It was confirmed that they want an unmanaged package. So steps are simple, just like you copy the URL and then follow the steps accordingly. I'm giving the access to the all users. Now you can click on install. It will take some time to get it installed. So you can see the installation is completed. Once the installation is completed, there are some basic steps by which you can validate that the installation is successful. First, you go to this application called Resume Builder. You can see only two tabs, Home and Contacts, and then you go to the Setup. You go to the Contact Record, Customize Contacts, and if you go to the record types, you can see there is only one record type is created with candidate. And if you go to the page layout assignment, you can see the candidate for candidate record type, candidate page layout assignment is given. So as in the target is environment where there is no record type associated with the contact, so you have to create a new record for a contact. Means you have to create new contact record to get candidate record type record. So I'll create one record here. So you can see that objective revised objective is added as per the requirement. And what are the other fields like phone fax? I kept it. I used a standard field over there. So I'm giving some like Mr. Top Coder CH. Okay, and I'm giving the phone number like this one. And everything is getting completed. So this is coming from the autofill, so I kept it like I'll giving the objective like I want to be a successful SFDC senior developer, senior developer. I'm clicking on save. So in once you are on the view page of this record, you can see that one generate resume button is coming, and as well as you can see these skills and certification, education and work experience is get also added as a related list. So I will add some skills here. So skill name I will give Apex, and I will type them is coding. Proficiency I will give 10. Total years I will give 8. Last use I will give the today's date and click on save. I'll clone it. I'll put Visual Force here. Again save it. I'll click on clone. I'll give JQUERY jQuery. I'll save it. Again I clone it and I'll give Java and save it. So now my skills and certifications, I have added 4 records. So you can see this 4 record is added, and I'll go to education. I'll give them BTech. Location I'll give Kolkata program. I'll give this education city. Again, I'll give Kolkata. Graduated, will give the start date here, and I'll give the end date here. What I'll do, I'll make it like a future date and try to click on save. So you can see start date cannot be greater than the end date. So I have given some basic validations here, like which is not told in that competition, but I given them accordingly. Is same like if you give try to give a future date here and click on save, so end date cannot be a future date, so we'll get these kind of things. So I'll be saving this record, so I again clone it. I'll put him take here. I'll give this same date. So I'll go to the candidate record, which is a contact. So you can see I have created two education details. So I'll give some work experience, like I'll give clouds oak. Employer name I'll give the again cloud spoke. Job title I will give okay, it is taking too time to get it come. So I am a developer. So what I'll do, I'll given some validation. So I'll give this as well, and I to click on save. So you can see the for the current employer end date should be blank, and the end date is required if the current employer is if the employer is not the current employer. That means if you check it, you need not to give this end date, means you are continuing with that. But if you are giving, if you are not selecting this, that means you have some end date with it, so you have to give some end date. This is one of the basic validation I have added for that one. So what I'll do, I'll make it 2013, and I will make it 2010 because this is also some validation. So now I click on save. So again it will throw. Now what I have to do now, I have to save, because so now clone it. So what I'll do, I'll give it 2012, and I'll give the today's date. I'll keep it empty, and I select the current employer, click on save. So I have two records. If I go to the contact or the candidate record, you can see I have three skills, two education, and two work experience. So I'll edit it. I'll give it top coder, just sake of understanding whether it will give a good visibility on the UI. Otherwise, two name will confuse. Same name can confuse us. So I click on the generate resume button. So you can see these sections are coming, like these skills and certifications are coming, and this is coming. So what I'll do, I will you can change this objective as well, but I am not going to do that, because objective always be the first part of your resume. So I am doing thing like I'm putting experience here. This I have added some drag and drop thing, so you can just do a drag and drop, and you can I putting the skill above the experience. So the initial is objective experience, education, and skills and certification, but you can alter this. So you can see the current employer is coming. Here is during the selection I did an order by start date. Here also I did order by start date, and here also order I have given order by start date, means the recent one will come first, means order by start date descending. So now the application, now if I click on the preview button, this is an additional feature which was asked as a part of a bonus points. So if you click on the preview, so you can see that please select at least one section. So you at least you have to select one section so that you can get the resume. So now I am selecting this, and I'm selecting skill as well, I'm selecting experience as well. I'll select this current employer only. I'll give BF, Apex, and jQuery, and I'm selecting both the educations. So now if I click on preview, it will take me to another page where you can see this resume format, where you can see the name, phone, and address is coming, and this is the name of where is this candidate, which was told as per the requirement. These are the sections: objective, program, skills and certification, experience is coming, and last date and page number is coming. So I have put one logo here, so you can put whatever the logo you want to put here for your purpose. It's coming from the static resource, so you can configure at any point of time and put any logo here if you want to put. So this is one. So what I will do, I will select all the things here, and I will put experience just after that objective. So now if I select the preview button, so you can see this experience is gone above, and it's coming like this. All things are getting selected. So it's now jQuery is also coming. So now I close this again. So I will do the select for that revised objective. So what I'll do, um, I'll write something here. I want to be a senior manager. So now if what I'll do now, if I preview it, so you can see it's taking that the revised thing, this revised senior manager. And if you go to the contact record right now, so if you go here, you can see that its contact is also updated. And as soon as you change here, it is getting updated. So now what I'll do, I'll click on the finish resume. So I user will be redirect to that contact record or the candidate record, and you can see an attachment here. It's with the contact name. This is system dot now and underscore resume, and this is dot pdf. This is a name. So if you click, I'll closing it, and if you closing this as well. So if you click on the view button here, so you can view the resume here. So this is all about the functionalities I have given. I have given some bonus features like alternation, previewing of that PDF, as well as I've given some basic validations where you can put the things you won't able to create some dirty data. Some basic validations I have given. Now I am coming for the code review. So what I will do, I will show you the Apex classes, uh, the components, and the pages. So I have created one Visualforce component which is used to create the header and footer for that PDF part. It's very easy to use, and I have given the descriptions here. So it will reduce the overhead of that reduce the overhead of the maintainability if you do the things. And if you do want to add something, it's very easy to use. I will show the page and let you know how easy it is. So here I'll first go for a review of the generate resume, which is the page where user click on the generate resume button and this comes. So in this page, I have used jQuery sortable feature so that you can drag and drop the different sections. The page is mainly driven by JavaScripts. So the main portion is I have created one Apex from this one, and this one I have created lots of hidden variables. These hidden variables are will be passed from the page to the controller to create the content of the PDF so that it can be saved. So the first is this selected education, selected experience, and selected skill, and revised flag. The selected education means whatever the education record is coming from the database, and this string will store the selected record by the user for the education, and same for the others. And this revised flag will be true when user changes anything on the revised objective section, and this flag will become true. And based on this, user system is able to understand that whether the revised objective need to be printed on the PDF or objective need to be printed. So this is the initialization function of the sortable thing. So this method is that selecting the value means this all are present in that hidden area, and as soon as you click on, see, I'll show you this page by page. So if I go here, if I click on generate resume, so as soon as you click on this objective, so what is happening, this function is getting called, and it's setting one variable of the hidden from that we have selected objective. So same for others, education, skills and certification and experience. This is that order of the selection means on each order you want to create, means objective will be first, education will be second, skills will be third. See, as order you are selecting from the page by dragging and dropping this function. As soon as you click on the finish resume or you clicking on the preview button, this function is getting generated. Is it is taking one variable, one argument, saying that it is saying that whether it's for preview or it's for save. So I'll show some, based on this flag it is doing two things. First, it is taking the whole HTML portion of whatever shown on the page, and then it's trying to getting the index of the objective checkbox. Means if you are here, so this checkbox has an ID, this experience checkbox has an ID, this education checkbox has an unique ID, then skill certification has a unique ID. So it is trying to get all the index of that string which is a converted HTML of the section here, and it's putting inside an array here, index array, and it's sorting it. So once the sorting is complete, see, you will get the most recent, mean most top element in the zeroth position of that array. And I am taking that index of that thing and putting an objective. Means if the objective index is 100, the objective is putting at 100. Suppose education index is 300, education is putting at 300, and skill experience index is 200, so against 200 skills and certification is put it. So I'm iterating to that array again, which is sorted one. So you will get the sorted order array, and you will, I'll fetch the record from the map. So you'll get it like for which order the which section is coming. So again I'm checking this if the checkbox is selected or not. If the checkbox is not at all selected, I'm removing that section from the string, which is a selection order. So once I'm checking here, if nothing is selected, then I'm alerting the user to select one action, at least one section. So now I'm setting these variables here. Here means before the submitting the form or the preview, whatever the records are getting selected from the page, like what are the educations, what are the experience, what are the skills are getting selected, I am setting the value in the hidden element. And here I'm checking if the preview flag is blank or the preview flag or not. If the preview flag is not equal to blank, means I am sending one as a preview flag, so it is opening one window. And you must remember that that pop-up blocker is not enabled, or it's allowed for salesforce.com to get the view. This is one of the assumption I have made here, that you will allow salesforce pop-up in your system. And if it is a preview one, it is opening a page with all that input parameters. And then if not, then it's calling one action function finish PDF, and this finish PDF is called here. So now if we go to the Apex class, so it's very easy, like in finish resume I'm getting the content of that record, and from all the variables are getting set in the as a hidden element. I'm getting all the element. And one thing that this get content is not supported in the test class, so I have to write this section so that it does not fail in the running test. So here I'm creating the attachment and inserting the attachment, and if any exception is coming, I'm throwing one error message. So I'm returning null, and if not everything is successful, I'm returning back to the contact record or the candidate record with that attachment. And this update contact is getting called whenever you tab out from that uh, tab out from that resume object revised objective section, and it's update the content, and it will only update if it is not equal to null and it's not equal to blank. So it's, if you are like, if you return something and it will be updated, and when you are going back, what it will do, it will again come back, it won't do any database update. What it will do, it will set to resume flag equal to blank, so that you get to see that objective, but it will revise the objective will remain in the database. So if the update is failed, you will get another error message here. So it is the this is how the revised objective is taken care. Now I'm coming to the second page, this view resume part. It's a very easy page. I have used almost standard things like apex data table, apex column to generate the tables and all, because those are safe with the generation of the PDF. And you can see this component, like if you this one, see header adf type equal to header and position equal to left. Here I am creating all this name, phone and address. It's pretty easy. So if you want to create it for the second header element, so if you just copy it, it will come on the second one. So it is for the header. And for the second, same for footer, I have used the type equal to footer and position equal to right, and I am so page numbers equal to true. That means it's showing the page number at the footer. And I've created again another footer which is position is left, and I'm creating the current date here. So, and then I'll go to the controller of this. In the view resume controller, I am passing all the values from there as a in the URL, and it's getting the candidate ID, and it's getting the list of selected education, same as a selected skill as well as selected work experience. And again it will selecting that revise flag. So if not equal to null and equal to true, then what I am doing, current contact dot objective equal to c, I am setting that current contact equal revise objective equal to. So I'm not doing any database object, I'm just setting it so that I will use only this variable to show the objective, so it will be automatically get set here. So I'm getting all the education's values here. I'm separating, concatenating with the tilde sign, and I'm separating with the tilde for the tilde sign, and getting the all the ID list is selected by the user. I'm doing an SQL here. So this is all same for all work experience, skills and others as well. So this is the code walkthrough, and I guess I have covered all the things here. So, and if you click on the cancel button, you will go back to the contact record. This is all. I hope you have enjoyed the video. Thank you.